everybody. So on this video, you are going to see something a little different. I am going to be working with the Heidi Swapp Storyline Chapters. I finally decided to go for it, and I'm going to try that for my family albums. I'm starting in April for that, and this is going to be the August chapter. So I'm going to be putting together some school pages using the new Traci Reed School Daze kit. You're going to get to see me put together this page, the one for my son, and then the one for my daughter. So I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. Okay, so I have my pile of papers, and I'm going to start with the main spread of my kids, and I went with the hilarious photo of my daughter giving her brother the side eye, and then my son giving stink face. It just totally sums up everything. I'm going with blue and black, so I'm using a dark blue paper in the background as the bottom layer because my son was wearing dark blue, and then I'll have a light blue because my daughter was wearing light blue. It really just worked out. I don't think I planned it that way or anything. It just worked out. And then I have this fun numbers page. It covers all the grades, and then I will put their photos down, and then I will get out all the different little paper pieces that I want to use. I just had to scoot over the photo because I wanted to make sure I got that back to school kinda 2020 on there. I then, like I said, got out a bunch of the die cuts, and Traci was sweet enough to send me some extras that she had cut, so I didn't have to cut a lot of these, so that was awesome. So I'm going to use a bunch of those to layer on the right-hand side and make a fun page, well, as fun as virtual learning can be. Scrapbooking it is much more fun than actually doing distance learning, let's be honest. So I put a bunch of little icons in there. I even had Traci has a adorable little chair in the collection and a computer and some chalkboard signs. And so I'm just going to put all those on there, and then a bunch of the word phrases like let's do this, here's to a new year, school is cool, and then put all those down. I added a little chipboard to the computer, but then I will take it off eventually, and I'm going to put it on here's to a new year. Since this is my first little project with Storyline Chapters, I'm not sure how dimensional pieces will work in the long run, so it makes me a little nervous to use foam, but I just used it on one piece, and that will just have to be good enough, and I won't go too crazy with the foam. Down at the bottom, I had those doodle arrows that I fussy cut out, and I had one for the left and one for the right. Also going to add in here we go and move up that little circle paper clip. Okay, so this one is done, and I'm going to move on to the one of my son. My son, I'm going to do kind of some more multicolors. I have this really fun star pattern that I got and I printed out. I left the middle blank, I guess, or I left a hole in the middle just because I knew I wasn't going to need it and you weren't going to see it in the background, and I was low on paper. So I just printed it like that and then used my X-Acto knife to get the corners, and that way I could save paper. So I'm going to put that piece down, and then I put the black on the very bottom. I just had to readjust it a little bit, and then I'll use the dark blue paper again and the blue paper again. I almost thought about not doing individual pages just because they are wearing like blue clothes, and I was wondering if I could even pull out more colors, but you know, that's how scrapbooking works. You can pull out the colors you want to pull out. You can ignore the colors in your photos. You can turn things black and white if you want. So it's really just up to you what you want to do with your page. And I feel like with the emojis and the sign that my son was holding, that it kind of allowed me or made me feel better about using more colors. So that's what I'm doing. On the right hand side, For this page, I'm using 2 journaling cards, and I'm just going to put some different little things to document my son and different little like stats. That's the word, stats that I'm looking for my son. So I'm going to put those down in just a minute. Right now, I just fussy cut out a little composition book, and then I will write out the details. My son says his favorites are recess and lunch. I mean, he is in 6th grade. That just about sums it up there. All right, moving on to my daughter's page. I love her cute little photo. She's so happy to be back in school and having a routine, and just so happy. I got some of these printable signs too from Persnickety Prints as well. Like the mask one she has, that's from Persnickety. So at the bottom of her page, I used that same blue paper again and layered it on the bottom. And then I'm going to use an orange paper. I'm going to mat her photo on a grid paper, and then use this multicolored paper underneath. That way I can add her other photos on the side. There we go. And then when I was putting down these small photos, I probably should have adjusted everything so that way they weren't crowding the bigger photo, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave them and they're fine. I am going to add some fun die cuts, crayons, and a pencil, and a first day cool, and then an apple. And for her journaling cards, I put them on the left-hand side, and in the apple, I will just talk about like her likes and dislikes and what she wants to be when she grows up and that kind of thing. I'm also going to add a fun little banner. Those were so adorable, and since Traci had sent me the extras, I was able to use one because I can't fussy cut out something that small. I just can't do it. But I was able to add it, and I feel like with my daughter being in 2nd grade, I'm able to add in more of those fun primary colors. All right, so that was all 3 pages. And I hope you enjoyed seeing how I use this digital kit to bring these pages to life. I'm super excited about using this format and trying out something different, something outside of the page protectors, and using a mix of different products to make my pages. I don't know about you, but I always get stuck with, I have to use one product, one maker of product throughout my album. I don't know why, but I do. And I'm going to use a wide variety, or at least try, and tell myself that I'm not limited to just one product. So I really love how this one came together with just pulling the colors from their outfits and then including my son and also a page for my daughter. And now on the next pages, I'll just start with more stories about August. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.